from sunny South Florida. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Oh man, fantasy football first round, week 15. Here we go. I can't wait to see who's coming in here. I wonder if the live chat is working. I hope people come in here and say something. Hopefully, I can see what's going on. Let me see if I can see the messages. Chat filter, all messages. Let me see something here. All messages. There we go. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, here we go. I think I'm in. All messages. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Let me share this with the group. Let's go. Oh, it's easier to share from the phone. I can do it quick. Let's go. All right, who did I just send that to? Sorry, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Share it on my platforms, and then we get busy. A lot to do. We got starting lineups today. We got to do our starting lineups for 1 second, boys. Just last one. Right on Twitter. And we get busy. Good ones today. I can't wait to get my readers, see these games. I am excited today, boys. I'm so excited. A lot of implications. Denver plays the Colts. I'm looking at these games. Broncos, Colts, sneaky good game. Bills, Lions, great game. Jared Allen versus Goff. A lot of good games. A lot of good ones. Start, sit. My mother better be in here. If my mother doesn't pop in, I'm going to be pissed. Ma, you better be alert. You're in the first round of the Nooch FFL. You better be alert. Mom, I better be getting a message from New Jersey right in this screen. Let's go, Ma. You're whooping T-Rich. I can't believe it. My mother, I got off the plane Thursday night. I was in the air. I get off the plane, and I'm looking at this fucking score. I'm like, what? It was like 6-3 in the fourth quarter. And my mother's playing T-Rich in the new FFL, and she's winning. Cooper Kupp got a 0. Oh, boys, I see somebody. Oh, this is fucked up. My readers don't work this far, so I need to take them off, but I need them. Oh, man. I'm headed down to Lasix Avenue. Thomas! Yo! I'm in Florida. I'm at the condo. Let's go. Let's go. Still staying solid for the boys. Still staying solid. Went out last night. Breakfast of Champions, 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes you gotta rough it. Taco Bell, baby. That's how we do it on vacation. Nice little greaser. Nice little greaser at the end of the night. Digest. Woo! How you doing, Thomas? Big O, Big O! Yo, T-Rich versus my mom is big trouble. Hey, can you please, I need you guys to fill me in. This has to be, I want to have an interactive conversation for a couple hours. Can you guys please tell me what happened in that game? Did Cooper Kupp get hurt that he got a 0? When did he leave the game? I don't know a shit. I was in the air. Yo, text the Nooch FFL group chat, Oscar, and say, Mrs. Nooch, get in the chat. I need to help her with her, make sure she's looking and I'm looking. We always go over stuff in the morning. I got my team. I'm in the first round against Paul. I just played this guy in week 14 last year. Now I gotta be last week. Now I gotta try to win two weeks in a row. My league, I'm out. Carmelo's league, I don't know what the hell's going on. He put an extra week again. How many times can we screw up a fantasy league, Mel? Where is this guy? Hey, Ma! There she is. Oh, playoffs game 1. We got to go over all of our lineups, guys. A lot of good ones today. Let me see. Who do you got? Oh, Thomas, you got hard ones because you got new guys that are popping through the ceiling late in the year. It's kind of like you're hot at the right time. It's not a bad thing. Let's see who we got. Who do you sit? Andrews or Hawkinson? Oh, my God. My mother has Andrews or Otten headache. She's got the Andrews or Otten. I told her to start Andrews. But Otten is not Hawk right now. Oh, that's tough, man. Baltimore plays the Giants today. Lamar's going to have a day. Lamar's mother hollered at him last game when they went on a bye. I was watching the interview post-game. He's like, my mama hollered at me, told me to take more lanes be more aggressive. Like, I think Lamar's going to have a day today. You're not going to run Derrick Henry 30 times against the fucking Giants. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Let me see. Who's... Oh, shit. Let's see. Who do you sit? Andrews? Okay, I would probably sit Andrews. I don't know. That's tough. God damn, Thomas. You know what? They're still in New Jersey today, are they? But still, it doesn't matter where they are. I'd go Hawkinson by a hair. Hawkinson by a hair. I'm hesitating so much because my mother's sitting there going, what? She's got Andrews today over Otten. We were discussing that. But that's different, Ma. Andrews is going to have a good game, too. That's why I pause so much. Andrews is going to be just fine today. Probably. I expect Andrews and Hawk to have good games, I think, today. Do I play Cooper or one of the two above? Oh, Vlad doesn't play. I don't know, man. You got to play one of the two above, man. I wouldn't play Cooper. It's Buffalo. Buffalo is very it's hard to tell where their bread is buttered all the time. Like, the only consistent is Josh Allen tearing shit up, but the other stuff, I don't know. I don't have a good feel about it yet. I don't have a good feel. Oh, man. Hey, Oscar. So now, what happened? Did Cooper Kupp get hurt the other night? Why did he get a 0 in fantasy? That's outrageous. Can anybody tell me? Oh, no, I got to update this app. Damn it. I got to update the Sleepers app before I could look. Well, I'm going to need that. Oh, my goodness. So, I got a couple dilemmas. Let's talk about some start sits, guys. I have my first dilemma. This goes against my mother's team, too. Ma, I know you got Tracy and Kamara. You'll be just fine. However, the Giants have that DeVito circus going today. I'm not a fan of that shit. Could be a farce. You know what a farce is? Could be a farce. So, hey, Jay Havoc, what's up, buddy? Hit that like button, guys. Like, subscribe, give it a share. Start sits today. In my flex, I have a couple decisions to make, and I've already come to my conclusions. I'm gonna give you my dilemma. It's really tough, I believe, and I want you guys to listen because it makes sense. Oh, this fucking app keeps shorting out. Here we go. All right, in my receivers, I started Juan Jennings and Adams this week, and they're not moving because I know Jennings already got a 5, but I was going against who the hell was I going against? I was going against Debo. Debo got a 4. So Jennings actually outpointed Debo in that slot. So I guess I'm happy about that. Even though they're both low scores, I'm happy. But here's my dilemma. This is where I'm going to probably win or lose today. In my flex, I have 2 spots. However, I have 4 players other than the 2 that are in there that could be in the flex. Right now in the flex, I got DeAndre Hopkins and Najee Harris. On my bench, I got Tracy, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, and Mooney. Now, on first glance, you're probably like, Nooch, take it easy. And also, I do want to hear your real opinion. Oscar, Mom, Havoc, what do you think? Am I starting the right guys in the flex? My logic, here's why I'm starting DeAndre Hopkins. It doesn't seem like he's getting a lot of run. However, his floor is starting to become very high. He led the Chiefs in receiving Thanksgiving with 90 yards. Now last week he only had 3 catches for 30, but he got hit on a 27-yarder at the 1 that then he would have had 4 for 60. And he had 10 targets. He only caught 3 or 4. If he's getting 9 to 10 targets, he's going to catch 6, 7 balls most games. So I believe that DeAndre Hopkins hasn't exploded yet, but his floor is high. Mooney, I love Mooney, but I have a tough time counting on 3 for 130. I'm just a little bit afraid. Kirk Cousins is an up and down roller coaster kind of guy. And if I have the option to not fuck with those guys, right now at this point of the season, I won't. So you can have your Falcons. And as much as I love Mooney, I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins because I'm starting to realize that DeAndre Hopkins is actually doing what Rice did, Rashee Rice. I kept underestimating Rice on the Chiefs. It's not going to be. It's not going to be. And then I started realizing his floor was higher and higher. And then he became the league's leading receiver by the day he went down. I'm seeing the same shit with the role for Hopkins. He's leading in targets or yards, and it's very quiet. If they ever really go to him, he could have an explosion game. So I'm liking Hopkins. Hopkins is my first flex. So now I'm not going 2 receivers in flex. I need one solid guy, a runner. I like going 3 and 3. I got 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and then my 2 flexes. I've been going 1 and 1 the last couple weeks, and I won 5 out of my last 6 to make the playoffs. So I've decided to go Najee Harris today, my other flex, who I fucking hate in sports terms. I don't hate him in real life, but I fucking don't like Najee Harris. However, I benched Najee Harris 4 times this year. I benched him 4 times. Najee Harris, those 4 games put up a 20, a 16, a 13-3, and a 24-9. The 4 times I benched him. He gets the ball. These are his carries the whole season. I'm going to read it right from week 1. Carries, 20, 17, 18, 13, 14, 14, 21, 19, 21, 18, 16, 16. He's going to get the rock. Now, it's a great game today. Philadelphia's 11 and 2. Ooh, can Pittsburgh play him close? I looked. Pittsburgh's 10 and 3. Pittsburgh's 10 and 3. It's going to be a war, and I believe that Pittsburgh's going to run the shit out of the rock today. So in that Pennsylvania Bowl, I feel in these fantasy football first round playoffs that Najee Harris is more likely on that good, solid Pittsburgh team that needs to run and is heavily reliant on a strong running game and defense. I feel better with Najee Harris today, even though he's projected 3 points lower than Tracy. You can't go by the projections. Fuck those projections. Right, Thomas? Who you going with, Thomas? Hey, Oscar, you're waiting in the wings. What side of the bracket is my mom on, Oscar? So anyway, listen, I'm going with Najee Harris and Hopkins. They're probably the least sexy right now, but I believe that those are going to get me the win. In his flex, he's got Neighbors and Thomas, 2 good receivers on last place teams. Hopefully, those teams can't even get over the 50, let alone these guys score tutties. So if these guys are on teams that are bad, I'm going to try to counter that by not playing Tracy. He benched Neighbors last week, and Neighbors had a weird, decent game. It's hard to figure out, man. It's hard. Tough. I'm a little nervous that Mooney's going to go off tomorrow night, but you know what? I want to be done by tomorrow night. I don't want to be hanging on Mooney because I will be behind the 8 ball. If we're close in points and I start Mooney, I got to go Mooney and then watch his guys. He's got Bijan Robinson. Oh, Bijan, that's it. Yeah, I'm not going Mooney against Bijan. No way. I'll put Hopkins in that flex, get the points today, and then we roll the dice. Whatever happens, happens. I don't. So here's who didn't make the roster today for me. Tracy bench because of the DeVito circus. The Tommy DeVito circus. I'm not playing Tracy, but if he's one of your running backs and you need him, I wouldn't be that afraid because he does everything on the Giants. Singletary stinks. Keenan Allen, he's on my bench because I'm not gonna bench DeAndre Hopkins right now for Allen when I just traded for Hopkins 4 or 5 weeks ago. I can't do that. It's against my fantasy football religion. Amari Cooper, roller coaster. Mooney, I just told you. Hunter Henry's my backup tight end. I got a late tight end change. I saw it yesterday. I was actually out to eat. I took a peek at my fantasy, and I saw Evan Ingram got hurt. What the hell happened to this guy? Shoulder. Wow. So Jacksonville's in big trouble because they just lost their best receiver, their most polished receiver. Thomas is the best, but the most polished veteran is Ingram. Oh, yes, and I did. Oscar, in my league, I won. I won. I got in the playoffs, and now I'm playing the same fucking guy. I'm playing the same guy twice. You know what the only thing better than beating Paul Riz once is? Beating him twice. Oh, let's go, Oscar. Gonna whoop his ass twice. Let's go. Let's go. I was busting a little too much chops in the group, though. I don't want to argue with the guys. I was trying to get a rise out of him, and he started. It felt like he was arguing with me, so I didn't want it to go there. That wasn't my intention. So I'm looking forward to having a good one today, and I'm not going to go over the top. Oh, this is so much fun, though. You know I love this shit. And you know what? I'm not a sore loser. If I lose, I'm coming harder tomorrow with a smile on my face. Like, holy shit. Yo, you beat me, bro. Good job. Let's fucking go again. That's how I'm made. You beat me. It's just another challenge coming tomorrow. You beat me? Let's go. You gotta kill me. Let's go, Oscar. Let's go. Hey, we got a nice little month coming up. Looking forward to the next month. Get home. A couple weeks after that, the holidays just wrap up. Then we go down, shoot a little dice, have a little din-din for the comeback, the Jordan comeback year. That's the same year for you too, right? We're all at the same age. Yeah, right. 45. Oh, I got you by a couple months, Big O. Unless you're a year older, but I think we're the same age, right? Let me find out, you Passaic guys will reclass. Hey, that's a big thing, Oscar. Down here in Florida, when we coach, I'll see we'll be watching the 7th grade team, and they'll be like babies on stilts, like fucking 7-footers. Like we're like, what the fuck? Those kids, and they reclass kids and make sure that if there's a good basketball player that's going into high school and he's 13, he ain't going into high school. They fucking reclass him and keep him as an 8th grader, and then make sure he's 14 and 15. That say your birthday happens like January. You would be 14, 15 freshman year, 15, 16 sophomore year, 16, 17, and the last year 17, 18. You wanna have your senior season as an athlete. You want to be 18. What a difference. See, before they had reclass, my crazy father thought about that. My father held me back in 6th grade. I just fucking missed 50 days of school. Yeah, he's like, yeah, no, you're passing all these kids up. No, he's like, you're gonna be like me. My father was the first 3-sport athlete of his of his day. There was no 3-sport athletes in the 1950s. My father was a basketball, baseball, and football player for Kennedy, but it was Central High School back then. 3-sport varsity athlete. But now, shit. Specialization and all that shit. So, I thought that was, my comments are frozen here. Oh, you know what? I missed a couple comments because they don't scroll. I gotta do it. Oh, guys, hit that like button. So my father, I got distracted. I was reading something, sorry. My dad, he reclassed me. I missed 50 days of school. I goofed off a little bit. I got my friend Joey LaBruza left back. He still blames me to this day. You got me left back in 6th grade. Hey, Joe, I knew I was staying back. Nobody told you to not do your homework. Don't blame me, Joe. Nobody can get me left back. Oh. But I know it was a big difference. When I was a junior, I was 16, I turned 17. And that year, I just started to feel comfortable, my strength, my skills were good, but I started to feel like I could compete on the whole thing, strength and all that shit, hold my own. Then my senior year, big difference. If I never had that senior year, I would have finished playing in high school and never really became a full man yet. I was a man at 18, but going into my junior year, not so much. It's a big difference. So the kids now, they all reclass. You very rarely do you see a 17-year-old senior in this day and age. Seniors are 18, 19. You got a lot of 19-year-old seniors. I don't know how they get away with it. 15, then they turn 16 and they're still freshmen. That's why he's a freshman playing varsity. He's fucking 16. Oh, he's a sophomore playing varsity. Well, he's driving. Hey, so Oscar, would you start anyone over? Do you understand what I'm saying about Hopkins? How he's like turning into Rushy Rice, like ugly. It makes you nervous. You want to have a heart attack, but his floor is getting higher. They're going to him. He's the guy. He's the guy, and he's on the Chiefs. I don't like guys on shit teams. Keep me away from those guys on shit teams. Shit teams that can't get over the 50 screw you when you need tutties. Because if you got a full roster of guys on bad teams, like there's no way to predict that either in the summer. That's just the luck of how the season goes. It's no one's fault. But if you end up having a team with guys on last place teams, you literally have to have 9 for $110 to get 20. You have to have 9 catches for $110 to get 20. But if you got a receiver on a good team, he could have 2 catches for 17 yards and 2 tutties, and you got 16 already. It's like Jennings 2 weeks. Was it last week? Jennings, not this Thursday. Last week I was watching. I had Jennings. He caught 2 touchdowns in the first quarter because he's always around the end zone with Purdy. Not this week though. That was a bad example. So anyway, Evan Ingram is hurt here. Now here's the deal. I got Jaden Daniels. I grabbed 2 tight ends. I dropped Olave because he ain't coming back. I had him on injury reserve. We only got 1 spot, so he's out. He's history. He's off the team. Ingram on the DL, IR, whatever. So I picked up Zach Ertz, who I was shocked. Somebody let him go. I don't know who, but I wasn't paying attention. And I got Hunter Henry. But I got Jaden Daniels. So I'm going to go with Zach Ertz today. Double binger. Zach Ertz, tight end. Would you go Ertz or Henry? Marshawn Lattimore revenge game too. They're playing the Saints, Washington. You know what? Let's take a little peek over. Ma, do you have your starting lineup in against T. Rich? I can't believe that you're off to such a start. What happened with Cooper Kupp the other night, guys? I gotta look. How did he get a 0? Cooper Kupp was unable to catch any of his 3 targets during Thursday's divisional victory. Wow. This was a frustrating night for the veteran wideout as he was unable to impact the box score. Cooper Kupp unable to impact the box score? Oh my God. Is this guy done? Wow. Oh, despite the disappointing results, fantasy managers should not be overly concerned. Oh yeah, they're already eliminated. Easy for you to say, whoever wrote this article. Wow, I can't believe that. Cooper Kupp putting up a 0 is like Michael Jordan putting up a 0 in a basketball game. Wow. Mello! What up, Mel? Hey, Mel, we got a big one right here. Mom, it's got T-Rich on the ropes. I was just looking how Cooper Kupp got a 0. T-Rich is on the ropes. Ma, you got him. You got him, Ma. You got his ass. We're going to get him today. You got him, I think, Ma. I'm trying not to get excited, but you're on pace for your projection's 150. His is 120. Okay. You got 9 left. He's got 8. You're up 20-5. You got a 20 from Puka. 7 catches, 97 yards. 2 carries, 11 yards. He got a 5 from Jennings and a 0 from Kupp. If you would tell somebody that the guy that you're playing against has Cooper Kupp and Juan Jennings playing, over-under, I would list the over-under at about 37. I can't believe it. Ma, you got lucky with that one. T-Rich is running bad. T-Rich, everything went the wrong way for this poor guy. Everything for like 2 or 3 weeks, every matchup that could make him drop happened. And then the last week he lost, and everybody else that happened the other way happened, and he missed the playoffs. And now T-Rich is the champion of our league. He got the 600 last year. T-Rich has the trophy, the money, all of it. Now he's the champ in the first round. The fact that he's on the ropes right now, now it's only the first 2 slots, but I tell you what, My mom's has Mahomes. Let's go T-Rich versus my mom. The box. Mahomes, Herbert. My mom is on the first one. Mahomes against T-Rich Herbert. Okay, okay. Greatest quarterback on earth. We're not scared. That's us. We got Mahomes. Running backs, Kamara and Tracy. Two running backs that run and catch. I like it. His running back, Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. Advantage T-Rich. Advantage T-Rich slightly because Taylor and Henry are beasts. Okay, receivers. He had both of them go. He's done. He got 5 points from his wide receivers total. Mom got Puka 20. He played already. And she's got Jefferson on deck today. Oh, the champ's in trouble. Jefferson. Wow, Ma. Hey, Ma. Would you go for the greatness collection? My mom's got all the GOATs. Who's the best quarterback in the league? Like the greatest? Mahomes. Who's the best receiver in the league? The best. Jefferson. Who's the most versatile dual threat runner and passer in the last 10 years? Probably Kamara. Wow, Ma. Who's the most solid tight end? No, I can't say Kelsey's over him. Ma, okay, so Ma, listen to this. In your flex, you got Thielen, who you just picked up a few weeks ago. I love that. And Higgins. Cody dropped Higgins. I don't understand that. That's crazy. You know what? Yeah, no, Higgins will probably have a day today. I'm nervous about Higgins. Yeah. And plus, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow have been on such fire. I'm going against Burrow and Higgins. That's going to be a hard one for me. But yeah, I'd start. You got Thielen and Higgins. I like that. Let's see this bracket in the new CFL. I want to see the playoff bracket. Here we go. So Mello is waiting for the winner of Cody and Anthony. Cody's playing Anthony today. Yeah, look at you guys. Oh, you guys, Oscar and Mel, both buys. Both buys are just watching. So Oscar's waiting for the winner of my mom and T-Rich. And it looks like T-Rich could be on the ropes. And if Justin Jefferson gets going, because he just got hot again last week. Oh, man. So now, hey, Mel, I got a question for you. What is up in our league that you wrecked again? What is going on? Is it the regular season? Is it the playoffs? What's going on, Mel? How could you do this again, Mel? Oh, I love you, Mel, but I can't believe you did this again. I know you're busy. I know, but still. Come on, man. Where is this shit? I don't even have this app on. Oh, here it is. So now we're in week 15. It's supposed to be the first round of the playoffs. Is it? I doubt it. All right. Yeah, the whole league is playing, bro. Come on, Mel. All right, I'm playing not today. Is that you? Okay, yeah, Mel, you got Valdez Scantling. Mel, what are you trying to get slaughtered today by me? Downs, Vidos. Oh, you're in trouble today, Mel. Let's see the standings in this puppy. Whoa, wait, how many teams make the playoffs? Mel, you got no communication in this league, Mel. How did this get like this? How many teams get in the playoffs? Because it said 4, then it said 6. What's going on here? I want to know. I need to know, man, for your league. Details. Do they have a playoff picture? Matchup. All matchups. Yeah, no, the whole league is playing. So next week, week 16 is playoffs. Week 17 is the Super Bowl, Mel. Mel. There is no week 18. Oh, my God. We're going to be fucking playing when the guys are on the bench. Mel, the last week of the season, there's no fantasy football. It always ends 1 week before. Come on, Mel. You got to change this shit. Now what? What are we doing week 18? We're going to play bench warmers that are in for our guys? I hope nobody benches their guys. Mel, the season's over 14. The playoffs, 15, 16, 17, Super Bowl. Shit. I don't even know what to do now. I wonder if that's gonna affect us. And I think it's quarter. Oh, you kept 3 rounds, so 6 teams get in. Now, Mel, 4 teams should get in. I'm in 5th place. Mel, I'm in 5th place right now. If I don't win today, the thing that I'm proposing would fuck me over, and I'd miss the playoffs. The season, if this is the last week of the regular season, only 4 teams can play in the playoffs. Next week, the final 4, week 17 Super Bowl. There can't be a week 18, and we can't have 6 teams in the playoffs now. It's too late. We're out of time. You follow me? Yeah, that's wrong. It's wrong, Mel. It's wrong. There is no week 18. There's no week 18. Teams shut down. They bench their starters. They get ready. Teams that clinch. Week 18 is the throwaway week. It's a dead week for 20 years. Week 17 used to be the last week of the season. That's why we would play till week 16. They expanded the NFL by 1 game 4 years ago. We've made this error 4 years in a row now. And I'm the flaky one. But you're sharp. You're a sharp guy. How can we fix this, Mel? How can we got to fix it. 14, hey, I'll beat your ass today and I'll get in the fucking playoffs. Make that shit 4 teams. We can't have a Super Bowl week 18. Or we could. Well, fuck it. I don't know. What do you think? I need to hear from you, Mel. This is not the time to go silent. Let's have some dialogue here. You know I like dialogue. This is how I talk. You can yell at me. Come on. We need to talk here. What do we do? Check that out. All right. Now, I'll tell you what. I just want to say something. I want to go on record, too. I want to talk about my own fantasy team for a second. Most of the time, when I'm running good or bad, I look at my matchup and the guy that I'm playing, and I can feel a loss coming. And I can feel a win coming. I'm fucking confident. I'm confident going into today. I'm confident. Here's me against my opponent. Jaden Daniels. The first person I say is me, and then he's the one across. Quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels. He's got Burrow, who's on fucking fire. But, God, man, that's the scary. I'm scared of Joe Burrow. He's got, now, running backs. 2 starting running backs. I got Chase Brown, who's become a fucking fantasy monster. And David Montgomery, my MVP. Give me Montgomery. It's like death, taxes, Montgomery getting the rock 20 times. I love Chase Brown and Montgomery. He's got Bijan Robinson and Charbonnet, who seem very strong. Atlanta's playing in a shit game tomorrow night, which could be catastrophic for me. I'm nervous about that. So Bijan. Now, Charbonnet ran Rashad. Charbonnet went crazy last week. If Charbonnet could have a pedestrian day today, that would be a big deal for me. So I got Brown and Montgomery. He's got Bijan and Charbonnet. We'll see. Receivers, we each had 1 go. I had Jennings. He had Debo. I won 5.1 to 4.9. So that's a wash. I got Devontae Adams going today. He's got T. Higgins. It's going to be tough. That's what I'm most scared of, the Burrow to Higgins. If Burrow to Higgins flops today, I'll cruise to a victory. But if Burrow and Higgins go off, it could be a big problem. Now, I got Zach Ertz against Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is the best tight end in football. But I know the Raiders are struggling a little bit. Hopefully the Raiders have problems like as a whole on offense, and that affects Bowers. Ertz, double binger. If Daniels and Ertz connect a couple times, I could really gain on him. Flex, he's got Neighbors and Thomas. They're good players, but those 2 teams really went sour this year. Giants and Jacksonville both stink. I'm hoping neither one of those fucking teams could get past the 50, and that's what is his demise. Like, there's always a reason for somebody's demise. I'm hoping that the teams just struggle so much that it affects those guys negatively. I'm going with the opposite. Harris on the 10-3 Steelers, who got to run the rock today, and Hopkins on the world's greatest team who's got a high floor. So I'm going with a theory. I could easily start Mooney or Amari Cooper or Keenan Allen or Tracy, but I'm going with my actual theory. Pittsburgh and Kansas City, Harris, Hopkins. I'm hoping. Now, Neighbors and Thomas could put up a 70. I know that. But this is what I'm hoping. You got to have some kind of strategy. Hey, what's up, Jarrett? Oh, yeah, a lot of people are out, man. A lot of people are out. I'm out. I'm out in my own league. I'm out of the Nooch League, but I'm in the other two so far. T. Richards League, I got my first round, and I'm looking at it now. I got Harrison Hopkins. I'm confident with Harrison Hopkins. I really think Najee's going to run that rock today. I think Najee's going to have one of them like 19 to 22 carry days. And I also believe whenever they're around that, I think Najee's going to catch balls today too. When you don't have Pickens and you have to be creative, you're not going to throw to fucking Scotty Miller all day. Like, no, that's not happening. Like, you're going to have to get creative. I expect Najee Harris to catch 3 to 4 balls today. If Najee could catch 3 or 4, hallelujah. Hallelujah, Jarrett. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to take a peek of my Blood Brothers matchup. The guy I made the trade with at the deadline also went. He never lost again either, except for when he played me. In those 5 weeks, I got him. And that's what got me in. I had to beat the guy that everybody said that I ruined my season and gave him the trade. I traded Jefferson. But anyway, I ended up beating him in our head-to-head, which kept me alive. I made the playoffs, and he did too. Despite losing to me, he fucking went crazy, and he's in. He's on the other side of the bracket. So if I win and he wins, we're both in the semifinals. That would be cool. I always root for Zolman. I like Zolman. Wow, so Chris is up 34-0, but Zolman didn't have anybody play yet. Let's see. Chris versus Zolman. Chris has Lamar. He's got Murray. Running backs, Aaron Jones and White. He's got Dowdle and Cook. All right, Dowdle got hot lately. Receivers, Zolman's got Chase and Nico Collins. And Jefferson down in the flex. Oh, he's slick. He got Jefferson in the flex. He's got Chase, Jefferson, Collins, and Ridley. That's strong. That is strong. Let's see if it works. Who's your receivers? Puka in London. Puka got a 17. That's big. Kittle put up a 10. Well, at least Kittle had a decent day. Oh, everybody's putting their big guns in the flex trying to scare their opponent. Oh, Zolman's got A.J. Brown. Chris has A.J. Brown and Thielen in the flex. So Zolman's got Ridley and Jefferson down in the flex. Like, oh, look at my flex. Nico and Hill to get 5 receiving yards first quarter, pay 60. You know what? I like that, Mel. Let's go over a couple odds. I got a guy to put shit in for me too down here. Am I allowed to say that? Oh, here we go. Hey, these games. I also think that I might have made a good move. I went and grabbed for the playoffs. I'm in the playoffs, right? I spent the rest of my fab because if I'm not alive next week, who gives a fuck about the fab money? If my team is dead, it doesn't matter. So I emptied the fab out because every slot counts. I grabbed Baltimore's defense today against the Giants. I'm a Giant fan. I know they stink. DeVito's in. This could be a big Baltimore defensive day. I hope so. I need a 20 burger from that defense. All right, let's look at this, Mel. Mel, let's cook up a parlay. Let's cook one up, Mel. Washington minus 7.5 versus the Saints. Washington's going to beat the Saints today. I like that as a part of a teaser. Bengals, Titans, that scares me. I'm not touching anything with Cincinnati today because I got to root with all my heart against Burrow and Higgins. I hope Burrow sprains his ankle today. Dolphins. Hey, there's some good games. The Dolphins, if the Dolphins win out, I was reading stuff before. If the Dolphins win out, they got a 94% chance to make the playoffs. They're still in contention, and they're playing a Houston team that needs to play well. That's a good game. The Chiefs are at Cleveland. Man, these are tough. I like those first quarter props. I like them. They're fun. Let's see these games. Dallas at Carolina. That's a scary game. I do like Thielen. Let's see if they gave Thielen any respect yet. Let's take a peek and see what the respect on these lines. Adam Thielen, alternate receiving yards. Okay, at 50 yards, he's minus 128. At 60, he's plus 124. I still like the over. He's still bettable. The Adam Thielen odds are still very bettable, boys. Ferg. These shit teams, though, scare me. I don't like these shit teams. I'm allergic to these shit teams. All right, let's see. Jets, Jags. The Jags got no quarterback. You know what? Aaron Rodgers, if you actually cut the shit with all the hoopla, he's playing better. I think I might want to go back to Rodgers and Devontae. I could see Devontae scoring. Let me see. Devontae Adams receiving. Devontae Adams is 60 yards minus 144. This game is in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Nice weather. What could we? Okay. I think I like Adams for a touchdown, maybe. Adams touchdown plus 140. I think I like Devontae anytime today. I'm going to write that down. Devontae Adams anytime. Mel, do you want to do a little first quarter? I'm going to tell you a team first quarter. I'm going to give you one right now. Pittsburgh and Philly, that game. That might be a later game, but I like first quarter. I like Najee Harris to catch a couple at least one ball out of the backfield in the first quarter. I haven't looked yet, but I'm confident that one catch will get us way over. He's probably at a half a yard receiving for the first quarter because he never catches balls. But sometimes when they need him, they got to get creative. All of a sudden, he's running routes out of the backfield. How you doing? I remember shit like this. Watch this. Remember this shit. I'm like a hawk. Let's see. First quarter. Here we go. Do they have Harris? Oh, give me Harris. Oh, they only got rushing for Harris. Who the hell is Grant Calcaterra? Grant Calcaterra. He must be from Philly. Oh, it's Grant Calcaterra. Mike Williams, first quarter alternate receiving. Oh, my God. No Pickens. Boys, I found one. Attention. The Nooch just found one. First quarter receiving. Mike Williams. George Pickens is out today. The ladder. 5 yards is plus 210. 10 yards is plus 320. 15 yards, that's one fucking slant, plus 490. And listen to me here. 20 yards plus 700. 25 yards plus 880. Here's what this means. That's his ladder. If he ever catches a slant for a 26-yard gain, you hit 5 bets at plus 210, plus 320, plus 490, plus 700, plus 880. So let's say, I'm going to teach you guys something. Let's say we have some fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 slots. So we're going to invest $10 on the Michael Pittman ladder, right? And we're going to bet $2 on each increment, right? So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And at the end of that, we will have risked $10. And we could possibly win $34.40. So you get $44.40 back. You put $10 in, and if we hit that ladder, $44.40. That's not bad. The Mike Williams first quarter ladder, it's a shot. I don't know if they're gonna go to him in the game script, but it's there. Just looking. But I'll tell you what. Najee Harris first quarter rushing to score 2 touchdowns. I don't know. Najee Harris is plus 950 to score 2 touchdowns. Is he not a 260-pound back on the Pittsburgh Steelers? Like what? I don't give a shit if he doesn't score tutties. 950 is a little high. This is going to be a rock'em sock'em game. I had to take the readers off to see the TV. Rock'em sock'em. All right, let's take a peek here. Najee Harris, 2 tutties is plus 950. Loving that. Hey, boys, I'd like to make a couple picks today. I'm seeing teaser-friendly games. First of all, guys, I like the Pittsburgh Steelers today with those 5.5. I love those. That is a teaser-friendly game. You throw anything from 6 points or more on that Pittsburgh game, take it to the bank. So we're going to hit that Pittsburgh plus. I'm going to do my usual. 4-team, 10-point teaser. You add 10 points to the spread in your favor. Got to get 4 teams. 10-point teaser. Beautiful. Plus 100. So Pittsburgh plus 5.5. It's going to be very hard to not take Buffalo. Buffalo's plus 2.5. Yeah, we're gonna go Buffalo with those points. Well, I'll tell you the total later. Bears Vikings, nah. Tampa Bay Chargers, Pats Cardinals. You know, the Cardinals always play funky. I'm kind of tempted to throw 10 points on that 6.5 for New England, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Baltimore Giants. Jesus Christmas. 16.5. Oh. You know what? I think the Jets are going to get a win today. The Jets got to get a win today. So I'll put the Jets in that teaser. And then that Kansas City-Cleveland game, we're going to mess with that over-under. And that's the 4th leg. So it's a 4-leg teaser, 10-point teaser. So at 10 points, you get the bet off at plus 100. Here's the 4 games. Steelers plus 15.5. Buffalo Bills plus 12.5. Love that. Jets plus 6.5. And the Kansas City Browns game, Kansas City versus Cleveland, over 31.5. So you got Pittsburgh plus 15.5 against Philly. Buffalo plus 12.5 against Detroit. Jets plus 6.5 versus Jacksonville. And over 31.5 in the Chiefs game. That's a 4-leg, 10-point teaser. Kind of like that. Not bad. I'm watching the numbers on Jared Goff right now. He's completed 75% of his throws in more than half of his games. Wow. Tua's got 15 touchdowns and 1 pick since week 8. But they got no defense, Miami. I think the Texans are going to have a big game. Let's go to that, Mel. I think you're right. Miami's got a shaky defense. Let's go first quarter right away. I think I'm spitting on my first quarter. We're going to hit that first quarter, Mel. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, CJ Stroud. No, I want first quarter. Do they have it? No, they don't have first quarter for that game, Mel. Do they have it on your sports book? What sports book do you use? Over under receptions 5.5. Adams. Let's see. I'm going to the Jets game right now. Let's see. Let's compare because no 2 sports books have the same odds. I want to see if they're robbing me or you. You get it? Like we could. That's what like when bettors go heavy, they have 4 or 5 different sports books. Sometimes I'll catch a game. The team that I like will be plus 160. I'll go on another site. They're plus 300. I'm not going to bet them at plus 160 if they're over here plus 300. You follow me? Are you really? Yeah. I always go there. It's like a circular dome. It's like a circle beacon. Yeah. You going there today? Oh, you'll have a good time there. It gets crowded in there. Yeah. The last time I was at Beacon 70, probably the summertime. Beacon's it's a good time. Who, you meat and cheese? We should go there once in a while. Like, listen. This coming summer, you should come up once in a while. Spend the day. We go to the beach, hit Beacon, stuff like that. River Rock is good. There's a lot of good spots over there in Point Pleasant area. Yeah. Beacon's fun. Hard Rock. Oh, so let me look at these. The guys. Ready? So, Devontae receiving props. Devontae Adams, he's at 65.5 yards. Garrett Wilson's at 58.5. Wait, Garrett Wilson's only going to have 58.5 yards today? I don't think so. I think the Jets are going to fucking smoke Jacksonville today. I always say that, but I can feel it today. Okay, where's his reset? Oh, here we go, Mel. Oh, they don't have Devon. Yo, Mel, you just. Oh, here we go. Devontae Adams 5.5, and you got to lay 5.5, and you got to lay. If you bet over 5.5, it's minus 132, right? Watch how they rob you. If you bet under the 5.5, you get it at plus 102. They're trying to make you lean in that direction to bet the under because they know it's going over. They know it's going over. Devontae. The only way Devontae we could get screwed on him today is like a couple uncharacteristic drops. He's gonna get the opportunities. We know that. That's why we like to bet a guy like Adams today. You think Rodgers gives a shit about dispersing anything today? He is so fucking frustrated. Devontae might get 100 targets today. No more Mr. Nice Guy. He's not a nice guy anyway. So now he's really going to do what he wants. You think about that, right? Oh, speaking of Hard Rock, I'm supposed to go over there one night. I want to check the Hard Rock down here. Oh, here we go. Hey, how about Devontae Adams' first quarter receiving yards? Oh, he's at 12.5. That's kind of high. Hey, Garrett Wilson's at 12.5 too. Damn. You don't think one of those guys is going to have over 12.5 in the first quarter? I feel like we should bet both. Should we bet Adams and Wilson over their 12.5 for first quarter and just hope that they both go over? I think I'm going to do that. It's a Jets morning. And I got Adams on my fantasy team, so I got to root for catches all day. I kind of like Adams for 2 tutties today. Huh? Little 2 tutties? Oscar, let's put together Mel and Oscar. You're in here with me, right? Hey, T-Rich. Oh, I didn't even see you in there. Oh, where'd you sneak in? Oh, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I'm running on fumes. Breakfast of champions. Found this puppy on the kitchen table this morning. Oh, Nucci, no you didn't. No you didn't, Nucci. Oh, it was so good. Oh, it was it was so good. Oh, Taco Bell, baby. Haven't had that in a minute. Major road work coming tonight. Major. We're actually taking off alcohol tonight because that Taco Bell. That I you know, T-Rich. I lie to myself sometimes. I admit it to you. It was like 3:30 in the morning, and I said to myself, I'm a solid guy. I got to get up and do this live stream, say hello to the boys. I got to do that live stream and get going and get into my groove. I'm not going to have time to eat breakfast. So I'll just have 5 soft chicken tacos right now. It's morning. It's almost 4. So that'll be my breakfast. Get up, have a ghost, and then rock out. And that's exactly what I did. Got out of the house, did my 2 miles, walk, but I don't count that as road work. The gate and back in where I'm at, the gate is a mile. So back 2 miles. So that's what I did this morning. But I'll tell you what, I'm very excited about today's games. Very excited. I'm starting to look at these games. Indy, Denver. Look at these playoff implications, guys. Indianapolis, Denver. That's a good game. Indianapolis is not dead yet, and Denver's having such a great year. That's a close one. And you know what? That's not a fair comparison either. I heard them saying, well, Bo Nix and Anthony Richardson, they both have 13 games under their belt. Now let's see who's going to win the duel. No. Bo Nix played 17 fucking years in college. He had a 38-year career in college. Anthony Richardson played 5 games and went right to the league like he was so good. You can't compare him yet. It's not fair to Richardson. But I'm interested in that game today. T-Rich, you are on the ropes. You are on the ropes today. We were talking about that earlier. How did Cooper Kupp get a 0? What? I was on the plane. I landed. I thought I was dreaming still. I had a rough exit to the plane. Forgot my wallet in the plane. Had a couple adult beverages. I haven't even been drinking. It was like P. Diddy served me or something. Like I was a little loopy. Wallet fell out of the pocket. I get a call. Like, hey, John. I'm like, yeah. They're like, yo, your wallet. You left it. I'm like, what? I had to go back to the airport the next day, find them. They had it. I thanked them. Hey, Heather. What's up, Heather? How you doing? Good morning. I'm a little late on the comments. I'm just just going over everything. I like when people now a lot of the people that I see every week are popping in. T. Rich just popped in. Heather, Oscar, and Melvin with us for a while. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Oh, man. Yo, I'll tell you what. T. Rich is on the ropes right now. Our defending champion is on the ropes. Major ropage. Like rope-a-dope type ropes. Like he better not get knocked out at 1 o'clock. Mama Nooch has him on the ropes. Cooper Kupp with the zero burger. I know. My mother's got him, Heather. T. Rich has him against my mother. When I got off the plane and I saw Kupp, nothing, I figured he got hurt. I assumed he got hurt. I was sure that he got hurt. Because he's a great player, but he gets dinged up sometimes. When I saw that he could not impact the box score, what? That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, good matchups this week. Good matchups all across the board. All across the board. Now, Baltimore and the Giants. Fantasy implications. If you're going to spend fab on a defense, I'd grab that Baltimore defense today if nobody's got them. I'm surprised they were out there in our league to just let me scoop. My tight end got injured, Ingram, and I did not have a defense on like Tuesday night going to waiver wire. Nobody grabbed Ertz, and I got Daniels. I figured somebody would be playing defense on me. Nobody grabbed Ertz. I grabbed him real quick because I'm not sure who I'm starting today. Hunter Henry or Ertz. But I'm starting Ertz because I think Washington's going to rip New Orleans. So, I got Ertz, and I picked up Baltimore's defense. Now I'm screwed. I have no more fab dollars left. But hey, if my team's dead, who cares about next week? If I'm eliminated, who cares? So, you got to go for it. I'm already a little bit ahead of where I was. I made the playoffs in T. Rich's league, and my goal was to not get bounced out in the regular season. Last year, I made a major blunder. I sat Lamar Jackson in the rain in week 14. He had 300 yards passing. I lost. I just said to myself, I just want to try to make those playoffs, and then I'll be satisfied with whatever happens. So I got there, and now, of course, I want to win, and I'm confident with my team. So I'm hoping that the team's problems for my opponent, not his players, the team struggle, and I'm hoping that all those teams have low scoring days, and that's how he gets a low score. It's got to be some way. I'm just trying to think of pipelines to victory. Maybe Jacksonville and the Giants won't even score a fucking point today. Maybe they'll have one touchdown total in 8 quarters. That would be great, because then in order, if your guys never get touchdowns, you got to have monster stat games. You have to have monster games, like 8 for 120 to get your 20 points, where you can get 4 for 40 and a tutty. Now you're in the same ballpark. I'll tell you what, Washington Saints, that's easy. I like Washington. Bengals, Tennessee Titans. There's some shit games that really scare me in fantasy. I'm going against Burrow and Higgins, and they're playing against Tennessee today. Is this going to be a massacre? If Burrow and Higgins ever flop, they're playing at 1 o'clock. If Burrow and Higgins flop at 1 o'clock, I'll probably win by a blowout. But that's the problem. I don't think they're going to flop. This is fun. This is fun, man. Houston, you know what? Houston's going to come out strong today. I think that's a team we should go with for the first quarter. Let's see if they got anything for first quarter. Wow, they have They have a guy to score 4 touchdown odds. Holy shit! Looking at these odds. Yeah, what happened with that guy? A guy quit during the game. A lot of crazy things happened when I was traveling on Thursday. Dude quit on his team. Ooh, let's see, Heather. Freiermuth is hot. Freiermuth is hot right now. Ferg he's on one of them bad teams. See, I'm allergic to those bad teams. Like last week, my opponent, I was looking at his old guys. Thomas, bad team. Neighbors, bad team. Bowers, bad team. Then he came in and started Ferguson, bad team. Like, it's hard. It's hard to overcome when the team's running bad. I would probably go with Freiermuth or Njoku. See, Njoku's a little bit of the better player. But that's a tough game today, Cleveland, Kansas City. Freiermuth is hot. I think Russ needs him. No George Pickens today. Rock'em Sock'em game. The Pennsylvania Bowl. Najee's going to get the ball a lot today, and he's going to receive out of the backfield. And I believe Freiermuth is going to have six catches at least today. Who is? Freiermuth? Don't say Najee. Don't say bad words, Heather. I hope it's not Najee. Let's see. Freiermuth might be questionable. Oh no, Freiermuth's not. Oh, Njoku. Okay. You know what? A healthy Freiermuth is like, that's why, like, today, I'm not too disappointed that Evan Ingram's out, and I haven't relied on Zach Ertz at all this year. I think I started him once, like when I picked him up and then I dropped him. But when a guy is playing well on a good team, and it's a big part of everything, like Ertz right now, you have to take it for what it is. I know he's older. I know he's not the best tight end in the league, but he's going to get a lot of opportunities. And I believe the same could be said for Freiermuth. Tomato. I think Freiermuth, I just have him in my mind making big catches the last couple weeks. Let's see what his games are. Oh, look at that. Last week, 3 catches for 48 yards. He caught every target. That's scary. He needs 7 targets. Okay, the week before, 7 targets. Okay. They read my mind there. The week before, 7 targets, 6 catches, 68 yards, and a tutty. That was good for 18-8. That gives me confidence. I feel like being able to anticipate what's next is a little more important than going backwards and doing the hindsight. I believe anticipation is important. I'm anticipating Freiermuth today. The Chiefs won 10 of their 12 games by 7 points or less. That's amazing. I wonder if the Lord is going to deliver Jameis from pick 6. That was great. I love when he said that. I just hope the Lord delivers me from these pick 6s. I know it. Oh, man. I like Jameis Winston. Browns are 3-10. Look how close the NFL really is. The Browns are 3-10, but they're capable of coming up and catching you on any day. Like, the NFL, the best team and the worst team, unless you're completely discombobulated, like fucking dumpster fire, all the teams are close. That's why they were setting those lines way too high. I remember all those absurd lines in the beginning of the season. The Bengals, 8 points favorite at Washington. Money line. Like, Washington went outright that night. The Chiefs, they always used to put them 7, 8, 9, 10. You can't do that. I want to look at some standings. I'm a standing geek. I used to love getting the paper when I was a kid and looking at the standings and count how many games back, or like league leaders, batting averages in baseball. I love that stuff. Let's see the playoff races. The playoff races is good. Guys, we're setting, I don't know if you guys realize this, we're setting up for one of the best NFL playoffs that we've had in many, many years. There's 2 super teams that are like fantasy teams that nobody's really like, not getting enough. Baltimore and Philadelphia, when we see them in the playoffs with Lamar Jackson and all them, and Henry's in the backfield against Buffalo or fucking Kansas City, that's like a football fan's dream. And then on the other side, when we're watching Philly with Saquon in the backfield, in Green Bay, oh my goodness. Oh. And it's getting interesting to me because to me, championship, there's only 2 teams to me that you could even say that word with in the NFC East. 2 teams. Detroit, Philadelphia. That's it. I love Detroit's team, but I don't know who's going to win that NFC Championship game. That's going to be a tough game, man. Oh, my goodness. I thought I was excited for the Niners and Lions last year. This is going to be even better. I hope they get there. Now, the other side, I like the Ravens. My pick is the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl this year, boys. I'm going with Baltimore to win the Super Bowl. Streaming, Brandon. I can't get it. I got to tell him. That's my cousin. I don't know if I could do both, but I don't think I could. Let me hit him up. There we go. 1 second, cuz. I wonder if I could talk on the phone and do the live at the same time. Call you as soon as I wrap. All right. Not too much. I'm going to get off about noon today. About noon. I think. Who's 5? What? Oh, so, hey, quick. Standings, right? Let's look at the standings. I got Baltimore to win the Super Bowl, so I just want to check out some odds because it's time, guys. It's time to start. Futures, I think it's time right now. I think I'm going to take Baltimore to win the Super Bowl right now. I have to re-bet them because the Knicks didn't make it to the NBA Cup. I can't see the TV with the readers. I can't see the screen without them. Heather, this middle-aged stuff, I gotta do something here. I can see far, but I can't see close. It's like backwards. Like I'm running out of arm, Heather. Like a couple years ago, I was like, oh, there it is. And then I was like, oh. And now I'm like, oh. And now I'm like, shit, man, I gotta start stretching. I gotta start stretching my lats. I need more arm. I need more arm. I think that's why I got punching power. It's a short torque. I can turn it over like from 10 inches away. Oh, so hey, in my fantasy, I got 2 guys in fantasy leagues this year that they have not made a wrong move yet. Carmelo, he's in my chat. I hope he's still in here. Carmelo had the best draft that I've seen in 10 years. His team is so damn strong. He's waiting on the bye on the other side, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'll get to him in a minute. I'll get to Mel's team. Let's see the NFL. I want to see the futures for the NFL, guys. More NFL. Let's check these Super Bowl. Wow, Baltimore is 5. They're 5th. Plus 1,000. Plus 1,000. Plus 1,000. That's my team. Okay, Detroit is first, plus 280. They're very banged up. I wouldn't have them first. I would have Buffalo and Philly first. Kansas City should be 5th or 6th. Kansas City is 2nd because they're the 2-time defending champs, and every casual jerk-off knows the Chiefs. So they got to put them 2nd. So we're getting robbed. Like, if we bet the Chiefs, we're getting robbed because Joe Schmo and 500 million other guys all put their $2 bets on the Chiefs. That's why that line is over there. The Chiefs should be plus 1,000. But hey, I'm not complaining. Now, let's see if there's a dark horse. Hey, what about Pittsburgh? Plus 2,000. Plus 2,000. Green Bay, plus 1,700. They ain't going nowhere. Minnesota, plus 1,700. Maybe. I'll tell you what, I like Minnesota. And I'll tell you what, if Darnold goes down and Danny Jones gets in there, fucking Super Bowl. Hey, yo, imagine check this out, Heather. You know, you follow the league, right? I was telling my boys the other day, like, don't laugh. This is serious. This could be a catastrophic year for the Giants. Ready for this? Saquon Barkley is going to break Eric Dickerson's all-time single-season rushing record the last week of the season versus the Giants. They're going to stop the game. They're going to honor him, right? Now, Minnesota. What's Minnesota? Watch this possibility. I got a good imagination. I think of these things. What's Minnesota's record here? Playoffs. Let's see. Standings. Playoffs. Okay. National Football Conference. Minnesota's hanging at 11-2. Right now, they're in the 5 seed. Minnesota's going to the playoffs. Let's just say Sam Darnold gets his clock cleaned. Stretcher time. He's out. Daniel Jones comes in. It's already like the first quarter of the NFC Championship. And somehow, some way, that Daniel Jones being clocked at 21.7 miles an hour, 0.1 hundredth faster than Lamar's fastest time that he ever ran, and his skill set, like what if Daniel Jones comes in fixed? That then I'll quit the Giants. I'm leaving. I'm a free agent fan. First one ever. I'm quitting. Like if Daniel Jones ever came in and won a Super Bowl with the Vikings or something like something crazy, it would break the hearts of a lot of people in the New Jersey tri-state area. That would break my heart. I already got my Kelly Green Saquon t-shirt ready for that last game of the season. Ready. I already DM'd Saquon. I said, stick it in their fucking face. Go win that Russian title. Put it in their face, kid. Put it in their face. I'll screenshot the DM. For those of you I'm friends with on like social medias, I'll show you the DM. I did a short. If you go on my catalog on this page, I did a short, and I talked about Joe Schoen, that jerk off for the GM for the Giants, and he's going, well, we're not going to pay. It's Daniel's year. It's Daniel's year. We're not going to give Saquon $12 million to not hand it off. It's Daniel's year. And the kid, that poor kid with the pad, he must have been the youngest coach, and he's like, I don't know. You don't think anybody's going to sign him? Who's going to sign him? Anybody? Anybody with the money? The guy's like, oh, yeah. He thought it was a big fucking joke. You know what's going to be funny? When he's gone. Bye. Bye. Josh Coyne. Oh, shit. What do we got, Heather? Oh, my God. Who's been giving you the heart attack, Heather? Which player? Oh, you know what? Listen, those are my two guys on my roster. Perfect conversation, Heather. I got the same two. For me, it's very easy because in the backyard of T. Rich's, we had the homeboys live draft. We get together live still, stick to tradition. In that backyard, in like the 11th or 12th round, and we're in a keeper league. I'm keeping this fucking guy. He's gonna be on my team till he's 30. I got Jaden Daniels in the 12th round. Anthony Richardson didn't pan out. Daniels became my quarterback week 2 or 3, and he's never left since. Until last week, the bye. I looked, Heather, I was this close. To picking Kirk Cousins for the return game. Oh, Kirk Cousins revenge game. Thank God I got off that corny shit, and I remembered I'm not fucking 17. Like enough of that kiddie shit. It's time to win. I did these mistakes last year, but I'm grown up now. But so I started Darnold last week, and he threw 5 tutties. You can't go wrong with that. But here's the deal with me. Jaden Daniels is an effortless star runner passer. They're playing a weak New Orleans team today. Jaden Daniels is having a hell of a year, and even when he does not have good games in the actual day, you'll see a 20 next to his name, 19. That's my guy. I will have such a problem with myself, with the man in the mirror, if I play anybody but Jaden Daniels today and lose. I'm gonna go down with my guy. It was a great season with them. I rocked with a rookie quarterback all year. I went 8 and what did I go? 8 and 6. I made the playoffs. Now I'm rolling. If I could win today, it'll be with Daniels. And I got Ertz. Evan Ingram went down, so I just grabbed Zach Ertz, and I got Hunter Henry and Ertz. So I've decided I'm gonna go all in on Washington. I'm gonna go all on and that cornerback is playing his first game for Washington today. Lattimore. He was from the Saints. I'm not even going to say Marshall Lattimore revenge game. Man, yo, I'm starting to see a little separation in the top teams. The Chiefs are 12-1. The Bills are 10-3. The Steelers are 10-3. Now, this is the AFC playoff picture. Houston's going back to the playoffs, guys. 8-5, they're going. Baltimore 8-5, and there's 7 teams getting. Hey, they also expanded the playoffs. 7 teams get in, not 6. Carmelo, what is going on with our league? Carmelo Ortiz, I'm talking to you for 1 second. The league is wrong right now. Are we having the semis and the finals in the next 2 weeks, or are you going to keep it wrong? Next week's first round, and then week 18 is the Super Bowl, which is wrong. You got to tell me. You can't have us going in blind into the 1 o'clock in week 15, not knowing what the fuck's. Come on, Mel. Come on. Denver 8-5 at number 7. Okay, so the Chargers and the Broncos are hanging on to those last 2 spots. Those are fugazi teams. Like the Chargers, they're tough because of Harbaugh, but they're not no championship team. No way. So the Broncos, same fugazi. I mean, they're nice teams, but they don't have what it takes to put it all together for a whole run. No. So that's what we're saying. Now, right behind them, Indianapolis, Miami, Bengals. I'm more afraid of Miami and the Bengals, to tell you the truth. Now, can the Bengals get in if they win out? Probably not. Miami can. Miami's 2 games back in the loss column. They're 6-7, 17-game season. So there's 4 games left. They're 2 back in the loss column. 5 touchdowns, Heather. It's hard to not start him after that, right? Like, after that, it's like, oh, man, I don't know. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Whoever's in here, hit that like button. Give it a share. I'm going to stay on for a little while today. I got to see the NFC. So now, NFC, I want to see who's in the hunt. Atlanta feels like they should be in the playoffs, but they're okay. Detroit, 1-7. 1, Detroit. 2, Philly, Eagles. 3, Seattle. That shit division, one of these shit teams is going to be in first. Seattle's 8-5. The Giants kicked the shit out of Seattle. The Giants went up to Seattle and beat the shit out of them. Like, what? I wish I never saw that game because I'm fucked up in the head. See, that's why it's very hard, man. It's very hard. There's no such thing as an expert. We just got to try our best. The Giants went up to Seattle and beat the shit out of them. I remember that's when I discovered Tracy. He had like 180 yards. Tampa Bay, number 4 seed. Tampa Bay right now is ahead of Atlanta. The winner of the Tampa Bay Atlanta division is going to the playoffs. The loser ain't going to make it. That's going to be a division winner inner. So Tampa Bay 7-6. Falcons 6-7. These are huge games. Huge games. So I like Baker today, man. Okay, Minnesota 5. Minnesota's the 5 seed at 11-2. 11-2. Daniel Jones, Super Bowl, Heather. 11-2 Vikings. Darnold, little ankle injury. Here comes Daniel Jones. All of a sudden, run, pass option, run, throw. Hey, if you look back, I'm busting chops with this, but I'm not. Did you see Daniel Jones running dudes over this year? Running like fucking Bo Jackson? No, but Daniel Jones showed me this year that he's here to play. He made mistakes, but he fucking played hard. Daniel Jones was running dudes over. I saw him lower the shoulder in the end zone and fucking steamroll somebody. And he might be the fastest quarterback in the league. I know he's up there. So if they could ever fix him, and God forbid an ankle gets rolled or an ACL goes blown out, oh my goodness. If we ever have imagine if we had a Daniel Jones versus Saquon NFC Championship. Oh, Nucci, what'd you take, mushrooms or something? Talking like this? Minnesota, Philly, NFC Championship. Daniel Jones, 304. Saquon, $150 on the ground and 2. Giants, laughing stock. Who would you be more ashamed of this year, the Giants or the Jets? Who's more embarrassing? Like if you're a New York fan and that shit bothers you, who are you more embarrassed of, the Giants or the Jets? Oh man. That's what I did, Heather. I took on all the teams that like my dad liked. My dad liked the New York Giants football. We like Yankees and New York Knicks in basketball. So those are my teams. And then I would say right around 2000 when the Knicks started to stink and piss me off, I became a Kobe Bryant fan. Well, when I was in college, I worked out with Kobe Bryant for about a week. He was recording a rap album in somewhere in New York, and he had to use the NBA team's facility to practice, and it was Ramapo College. That's where I was playing basketball, and he was down with us for a week. So the week that I spent with him, it was like I knew that he was going to be the greatest player in the whole NBA. I never saw anything like that in my life, but that week, that just goes to show you like the top tier. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tyler. You got new people popping in here today. That's what makes me stay on a little longer. I like when everybody comes in here. The hardest part for me is the early morning when I know I'm going to go 20 or 30 and probably I got to wait for people to see that I'm on and stuff. So the beginning is hard. But the Jets, right? The Jets were supposed to be a playoff team this year. That's the thing that bothers me. Like, now what? But here's the thing: if you're the GM of the Jets, right? And you're real quick, what I was saying about Kobe, when I was a Knicks fan, I got so disgusted with them, and after I met Kobe, it was like a year later, I said, you know what, I'm just rooting for the Lakers and Kobe. So I rooted for Kobe for the next 17, 20 years, and then back to the Knicks. But I don't play around. These teams disgust me. So back to the Jets and Giants. Who's more embarrassing? The Jets are supposed to be in the playoffs. The Jets are a Super Bowl contender. The fact that they're doing this, it makes me wonder. It could only be one of two things with Rodgers. I really want your opinions. A part of me is thinking, I'm trying to think with a little like wisdom. Like, it takes time to grow a team. That's why, like, when Tom Brady got to the Bucks, they did 800,000 fucking workouts in the summer. Tom Brady is a maniac. Tom Brady had Gronk, this guy, that guy. They were on the field at UCLA in the fucking parking lot doing routes way before. By the time they got to Tampa Bay, they had 1 million reps already. Rodgers didn't do that. He didn't do that. He was in Egypt doing fucking acid or whatever, allegedly, doing mushrooms in a dark tent. He came in with the cat on the t-shirt, all cool. No cohesion. No cohesion. So you're not going to be in rhythm. He wasn't in rhythm with Garrett Wilson early. Everything was all messed up. And what happened? They lost a bunch of heartbreakers. And those little details fucked them. Excuse my language. So the snarky prick that is Aaron Rodgers, because of his attitude and his approach going into his first season on the Jets that he was going to play, because last year he didn't play, very bad approach. Cocky, I got it, and no, you don't have it. You don't have it, Aaron. Prick. I don't like people with bad attitudes like that. He had a bad attitude all year, and it rolled over on the team. They lost 100 heartbreakers. Then you go back, Tyler, ready for this? You go back on the Jets' schedule, and I'm looking right before they fired Robert Saleh. I'm sure that they want to kill themselves, like, and figuratively. I looked at the games that made them do the firing. They lost in the last second to Minnesota. Nothing to hang your head about. Minnesota, they're good. Listen to the panic on these punks. They lost to Minnesota in the last second, and they lost to Denver 10-9. The best fucking defense in the league. The best defense in the league. And then they fired Robert Saleh. Oh, like, they weren't even bad losses. Panic. Right? What do you got there? Oh, Higgins. I'm rooting against T. Higgins today, Tyler. I'm rooting against T. Higgins. I'm going against Burrow and Higgins. Cook is dangerous. You know what? St. Brown. That was like Cooper Kupp Thursday night. Tyler, I was so shocked when Cooper Kupp put up a 0. That's like St. Brown That was like his 0 last week. That was uncharacteristic of him. They have to get him off. So St. Brown, I'll pencil him in for 7. 7 catches today for $1. You can pencil him in. I got him for 7 for 100. Hey, are you still alive or no in your playoffs? These are tough. I'm nervous. I advise my mother. My mother's in my league in the playoffs, upsetting our defending champion right now. I'm telling my mom, I'm like, listen, she's got Tracy going, and in my other league, I also have Tracy, but I'm not starting him. But we got different rosters. I'm starting Chase Brown and Montgomery as my backs. And I'm starting Najee as my third back in the flex because that Pittsburgh-Philly game is going to be a rock'em sock'em tough game. Give me the 10-3 team that can move the ball as opposed to the Tommy DeVito circus. Stay away from these shit teams with circuses. This is not Ringling Brothers. Man, I got to take the glasses down to see. I got to put them up to see. Jesus. I don't like this. Hey, if the Broncos got a set. Oh, I'm watching the playoff predictor. I love this. Colts got a 26% chance. Yeah, not if they beat Denver today. Ooh. I'm surprised Denver's got such a good record. And, it always goes to show you chemistry and people's relationships matter. It's not a fucking computer. Russell Wilson and Sean Payton did not jive last year. It didn't work. Sean Payton was a prick to him. Russell Wilson lost his heart. I saw him actually lose his confidence. Bad. Mike Tomlin brought him right back. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. That's a great coach, man. Mike Tomlin instilled the confidence and the belief that it takes to succeed, especially in the NFL at the position of quarterback. When a person loses their confidence, it's the leader of the team. The leader is the coach. A coach is supposed to be the leader. Mike Tomlin did such a good job helping to rebuild Russell Wilson. And another great job having the nerve to go to him after Fields started and was winning with Pittsburgh. Still went with them. I give him credit. Guerrero and Puka. How did Guerrero do the other night? I was flying. I was just getting in. I see the game at 6-3 with 5 minutes left. I'm like, what? I don't understand any of it. Nobody did anything? Pick 2 more. Cook, Pollard, Higgins. Oh, okay. Tyler, I'm going to make a confession. I'm going to be honest with you because I gotta give you my answer, but I got to tell you where it's coming from. I'm playing the same guy that I beat last week to make the playoffs. I had to beat this guy. I beat him. He's got Burrow and Higgins. I'm putting a fucking rain dance. I'm putting a rain dance on T. Higgins. But you know what? I'm afraid of him. I think I'm very afraid of T. Higgins today. So I would probably say Cook and Higgins. But that's on you. That's on you, Tyler. Oh, I'm nervous. 9.5. That's not bad. That's not too bad. You held serve a little bit. Not so bad. I'll tell you what, Teddy Bruschi's got some set of hair, huh? Fucking hair champion of the world, Teddy Bruschi. Shout out to Teddy Bruschi's hair. He's got some set of hair. Nutrafol? Oh. I'll tell you what, I'm getting salt and pepper. Ooh, look at that. Whoa. You know what? I'm just going to let the Paulie Walnuts. You guys ever see The Sopranos? They're calling me fucking Paulie Walnuts. They better cut that. You better cut that shit out, boys. Paulie Walnuts. Motherfuckers. Yeah, but I have the ability to do the Paulie Walnuts now. If I grow it, the wings become white. Then I just put a jumper on and go, hey, T. Hey, how you doing? Hey. I have fun when you guys come in here. Pollard and Higgins, Big O? Let's see. Pollard is questionable. I'll tell you what, Tony Pollard, I think Dallas fucked up getting rid of Pollard. They should have kept him. You know, I think that shit is over, boys. Boys and girls. Sorry, ladies. I believe that the running backs don't matter. That shit is fucking over. I was upset with that anyway the last couple of years. I love running backs. When I was a kid, it was all about the running backs. Fucking one running back was more great than the other one. It was, oh my God. Now, there was a little bit of a dip for a couple of years, but I mean, when you got Saquon Barkley running like this, and Henry, and then you got Janty out in Boise State, I mean, if you don't know that you need a dynamic running back, like that shit that running backs don't matter, that's a jerk off. Like Joe Schoen, like the Giants GM, some jerk off started that rumor. That's a jerk off statement. Running backs don't matter. Philly looks pretty good this year. Baltimore, huh? When they don't have shit going, and that's a pretty good well to go to. I'm gonna go to Henry. Oh, let's lean back on Derrick Henry. The guy was training in Dallas. He lives in Dallas. He wanted to sign with Dallas, and Dallas didn't want to give him the, what was it, a couple million, 8 million, 10 million. Hey, CD Lamb makes $33 million a year. But the Giants didn't want to give Saquon Barkley $12 million. Do you know that number? CD makes $33 million a year. Oh, I'm so upset with them. I'll tell you what, coaching is important. I believe the little fat guy for the Giants, I like him, but he's missing something. I don't have time. I'd like to see Belichick. Well, Belichick's already signed with North Carolina. That's over. I feel like we might need a new coach, man. And I feel like with the Jets being the embarrassment, like we said, I think if you gave Rodgers another season and he fucking went to work, like if Rodgers went to work this offseason, they would be on point. Go to Germany, get some fucking stem cells, do your thing, but like you have to go to work on it, precise. When he's 41 years old or 40, what is he, 40, 41? You can't have to go to work, do shrooms, come back with a fucking cat t-shirt saying, yeah, we're good. No, we're not good. Right, Heather? Let's go, Tyler. You're winning today, Tyler. You're winning. Don't even worry. Who's your guys? Who's your quarterbacks? Are you going with Daniels, Heather? Tyler, who's your quarterback? Look at Oscar waiting in the wings in the bye. Oh, it's getting fun. I would love to know, Mel. How many weeks what is going on, Mel? Somebody text Carmelo in the Nooch FFL group chat. Somebody tell Mel that Nooch is looking for him. I can't text him because he doesn't have an iPhone, I guess. It comes up red. Everybody else's comes up blue. Tell Carmelo that the semifinals are supposed to be next week, week 16. The championship, the Super Bowl, is week 17, 2 weeks. Mel's got it set up that the first round is next week. 17 is the semis, 18. We're playing when the season's over, Mel. Come on. Yeah, I like Daniels. Bucky Irving's. Oh, Njoku's inactive. Tony Pollard active. Breece Hall active. Kincaid questionable. Bucky Irving playing. Ladd McConkey questionable. Who's got Ladd? I think it was Thomas. Kenneth Walker doubtful. Ooh, that means he could play. My opponent is starting Charbonnet. So I really need... Jaden Daniels is not... Oh, look at Rex Ryan. They're doing the spotlight on Jaden Daniels. They're doing it. If Jaden Daniels could outperform Joe Burrow today, he ain't beating me. That's big. The quarterback matchup today is big. Oh. Joe Burrow's passing yards are high, guys. Yo, he's not going to throw for 300 every game, is he? He's at 275. Lamar Jackson's at 220. Jaden Daniels, 220. Burrow, 275. Do we like that? I think maybe. I like on Burrow. Because I have to go under with Burrow. So if I hate on Burrow today and you have him or a receiver, don't listen to me today. I'm a good friend. Don't listen to me if I hate on the Bengals today, because in my mind I'm hoping they don't do well. So it'll probably rub off on what I say. I'm very excited about the Philadelphia game. Like these are good games today. This is a football fan's day. Like if you really love the sport, you got to be excited about today. I'm not just talking about fantasy. Fantasy is fun. Fantasy is for fun, but like as far as like the game, look at these standings, bro. Let me see. There's something in here we could find too. Divisions. Who's a lock? Like we should just bring a briefcase and put like 10 G's on somebody we know is going to win the division. Pick up 1,000. See, I always say, oh, if I was really rich, I would do that. But if you're really rich, you don't have to do that. So it always balances out. Like Detroit to win the division minus 900. Minnesota to win the division plus 600. Guys, Detroit plays Buffalo today. They can lose to Buffalo. That's one that we should take a chance on. Minnesota plus 600. How many games are they back? See, guys, if you look for things like this, you can find. Look at this division. Ready? They're fucking 1 game back. Detroit is 12-1. Minnesota's 11-2. Detroit's playing Buffalo today. Why is Minnesota plus 600? Minnesota could win the division, guys. Not that I don't think they will, but I'll put $3 on that shit. Oh yes, I will. Watch. $3 on Minnesota to win the division. The payout is $18. I like that shit, guys. Hey guys, hit that like for me. Hit that like, subscribe, give it a share. Hallelujah. I'm in a good mood today. Well, it's nice. I'm in Florida, I'm chilling. So I was with the family. Went to a Christmas parade last night. I don't know if you I don't know if I had it on my name. I have 2 IGs. One says neighborhood pics and one says my name. So I don't know which one's on, but I was rocking last night. Santa hat right in the parade. We were actually in the parade. I didn't know they were in the parade. My cousin, Brandon, Lisa, we had a good time. They're like, Johnny, you want to be in the parade? I'm like, yeah, okay. I never know when people are kidding or not. Next thing I know, they're handing me a Santa hat, all this shit. And my buddy Chris has a golf cart. It's awesome. Fucking huge golf cart. It's like hooked up. It's got the stereo, all that shit. So we were on the golf cart. We went downtown to where we were. They gave me the candy. I was throwing it to kids. I was like Santa himself. You know what I'm saying? Had a little fun. Some goodwill. Had a couple adult beverages. Had a good time. Had some good quality time with my family, too. That's the most important. My cousins, my uncle. It was nice. Minnesota, guys. Tyler, Heather, I don't know if you have FanDuel accounts or anything. I don't encourage big betting. But Minnesota to win that division at plus 600 is very enticing. Now, like look at the NFC West. They don't even know. The Rams are minus 105. The Seahawks are minus 105. The Cardinals are plus 1,100. 1,100? How many games are the Cardinals back? This is when it's time to count. There's 4 weeks left of the season. If there's a team 1 game back or something, we got to look at this shit. Where are we here? Standings. Arizona is 6-7. Oh, well, the Rams and Seahawks. Oh, the Seahawks got to play today. Seahawks are 8-5. Rams are 8-6. So Arizona's 2 games back in the loss column. That's why they're that far. Max Crosby is not playing today. He's out. I'll tell you what. There's a couple poop emoji games that I'm a little nervous that could end up biting me in the behind for the fantasy. I don't want to lose. I want to win today because I'm already ahead of the game in my own mind, like a little further than I thought I would get. And now it's time to try to win. I'm a little nervous. I like the Baltimore defense. Is there anything I should do? Would you guys... Tracy, I can't start him. I don't think the Giants are going to move the ball today. Keenan Allen, I'm not getting caught with Caleb Williams and Keenan Allen tomorrow night. Hey, we got a doubleheader tomorrow night, guys. Doubleheader. You just got the Yahoo down? Amari Cooper, that's a tough one. Hunter Henry, I don't know. Hey, the Dolphins released Odell Beckham. That's a guy who never came back off the ACL like the other 90%. Like 90% of the guys come back faster. Cool. Beckham didn't. Hey, what's up, Ryan? What are you doing, kiddo? Hey, out all night, did the parade, throwing out candy to the kids. Then I went out, 3, 4 in the morning, breakfast of champions, Ryan. Oh, you know it's a cheat day. You know it's a cheat day when the kid wakes up with a Taco Bell thing on the kitchen table. Oh, Johnny, extra road work tonight, Johnny. Now you know what? Sometimes when you have a little, like when you have some drinks and shit, there's nothing better than a greaser. Sometimes you need a little greaser. Like avocado wasn't gonna cut it for me last night at 3 in the morning. Yeah, yes, yeah. Oh, I don't want to hit myself with a fire sauce in the face. Let me tell you something. It wasn't last night. I did a little greaser. I said, buddy, let me get 6 soft chicken tacos. Just chicken and cheese. Hold everything else. Hold the pico de gallo. Hold the pico. Man, one of them went down. I don't even think I got in reverse because I had to park in the lot. They brought it to me. I didn't even get in reverse. One of them down. Then by the time I got home, there was about 4 left. I ripped those things, and I'll tell you what, I slept like a baby. I'll tell you what, me and Brandon. They got in my facility. They got the gym, the billiards, the fucking pool, this, that. They got the steam room. I did the steam room for a couple days. Mod on. Oh man, I tell you what, I have to when I get back home. I'm putting that in my arsenal 100%. I have to find. I'm gonna go to the Atlantic Club and I'm gonna sign up over there. Brandon was telling me that it's for the way I am because my cousin knows me well. He said that it's almost like a necessity that I go to the Atlantic Club. He said like he doesn't even know what anything else is like I'm wasting my time. So that's that made me excited. You know about would you agree with Brandon, Rye, about the Atlantic Club? Oh, we got locks, Rye. You know we got locks, kid. You know it. Hey, you could. Oh, wait. I can go on speaker from my social media sites if I want it. Hey, Rye, you know what I got today? I got a surprise for you, too. I didn't even mention this yet. This will be the first time that I utter these words. Ready? Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller. Something's going to happen with Scotty Miller today. Maybe a 20-yard reception. Maybe a 30-yard reception. Oh, send the locks in, boys. Send the locks in. The JFFL parlays are in. Ryan, did you get the one that I had from before? I think I sent it in the group. That's one that I like. I like the Steelers today, plus the 5.5. Shit. Steelers plus 5.5. That's one. But I also have a couple tricks up my sleeve. I got tricks today, Ryan. Hey, no George Pickens, right? No George Pickens, okay? Yeah, I like Henry and stuff, but those are more like in the obvious like range. Yeah, but I don't know. What's his odds? Are they bettable, right? Oh, you need Henry? I'll tell you what I like. Let's think of ways that we could like rob the bank, so to speak. Okay, in the Pittsburgh game, it's gonna be a tough game, right? I know Pickens is not playing, and I know if Mike Williams sniffs a yard, you get astronomical money in the first quarter. Can we get lucky with Mike Williams catching a 20-yard play and we hit 5 bets? Like if Mike Williams catches a 20-yarder, you hit 5 for plus 200, 10 yards for plus 450, 15 yards for plus 700, 20 yards for plus 1,000. The Mike Williams first quarter ladder, Ryan. The Mike Williams ladder. It's real. Ryan, hit that like for me. Give it a share. Subscribe. I always forget to ask for the likes. Make sure you hit that like. So, Ryan, let's pick one thing. Let's do these together. Tell me what you're liking. You like Henry? So listen, Scotty Miller. This is serious. Scotty Miller. Let's see. You know how they have that thing on FanDuel for a guy to catch a 20-yarder? You know what? I'm typing it in. Scotty Miller. Let's go, Scotty. Scotty, let's go. Let's go, Scotty. I'm gonna type this to the JFFL, try to get the other guys in here. I like when those guys pop in. I already screwed up. I got hollered at. Nucci, only one pick. I thought they were asking for more picks. Sorry, guys. I can't do anything right over there lately. Oh, shit. Hey, why aren't guys putting their picks in? Like, yo, those guys asked for a JFFL parlay an hour ago. That's weak. Like, we do this shit for camaraderie and to have fun. If we don't have that, like, come on, guys. Everybody should get those picks in. I would like to copy them. Hey, there we go. Hey, Chris, did we all get them in? I wanted to copy them. Do we have all 10 in? I could screenshot it right now. So listen here. What do you think, guys? What happened with Henry? Oh, that's why Patty likes Henry. He did say Henry anytime tutty. So, okay. To rob the bank, so to speak, boys. Whoa. Baker Mayfield is the only quarterback to be in the top 3 in touchdowns and completion percentages. Wow. Justin Herbert, 11 straight games without an interception. Jeez. Okay, listen to this. Hey, I just got late life on Scotty Miller. Maybe a Scotty Miller. Yeah, put that in the group chat, Rye. Who did I say this morning? Shit. Oh, Pittsburgh. Plus the 5.5, right, Chris? Oh, man. These are tough. These are tough. Hey, guys. What do we think? Hey, Rye, I got one for you. A 4-team teaser. A 4-team teaser. We add 10 points to the liking, right? Can we make one together, guys? I think I can nail it. I got like 8 weeks in a row that I've hit my 4-team teaser. Can I suggest something? And then you guys help me? That 41.5 with KC and Cleveland, we're knocking that down 10. That's the first leg. The game is going over 31.5. I did 8 legs, 10-point teaser last week, and I just did the over-unders. I hit them all. I hit every fucking over. Start paying attention to that, guys. The last couple weeks, I'm killing them with the over. Killing them. So, KC Cleveland, bump it down 10, over 31.5. All right, so that's one leg ride. Okay? Now, you know what? You could call me crazy, but Mac Jones and no fucking tight end. The Jets are winning today, so keep that. I'm not writing it yet, but we could put that. Here's one that I love. Pittsburgh, plus 15.5. Steelers, you bump that up 10, plus 15.5. So now when we do these 4 legs at 10 points, we're going to get that bet at plus 100. Plus 100. Isn't that nice? Oh, okay, so Kansas City, Cleveland, over 31.5. Steelers, plus 15.5. Give me the Buffalo Bills, plus 12.5. Right now. Automatic. I love that. Bills plus 12.5. That's 3 legs right there. Christopher, Ryan, what do you think? What do you think? This last leg, Green Bay, Seattle. I don't know about that one. What about we go back to the over-under well in that Green Bay, Seattle? Does anybody object to getting that puppy over 36.5? That's the question right now. Can we play around with that 4-leg teaser? We're adding 10 points to the spread. Are we confident in the Green Bay Seattle game to go over 36.5? I am. I'm gonna pencil that in. Green Bay. I might do 7 legs. Last week I hit 8 legs. I added the 10 points to 8 legs. 6 of them were over unders. I'm telling you. We got a real poopy game tomorrow. Atlanta and Vegas could be the Paul Riz win. Paul Riz for the win. I'm afraid of Bijan tomorrow night. Boy. That's why I don't even want Mooney. I don't even want to play with Mooney tomorrow night. If I got to go Mooney versus Bijan, I don't like my chances. So that's why I went with Najee, the Pennsylvania Bowl, a lot of carries, and Rashid Rice, the new one, Hopkins. I think Hopkins' floor is getting very high, Christopher. I'm starting to catch Rashid Rice deja vu. where I would think, he's not gonna, and then all of a sudden his floor keeps staying high, and then all of a sudden you look up and he's catching 80 yards every week minimum. I'm starting to see the floor rise with Hoppy, and I think Pittsburgh, their team, I think they'll be in more favorable positions, more time of possession, all that good shit than the Giants. So if the Giants only have the ball for 22 minutes, who gives a shit if Tracy's on the field for 86% of the time? If Pittsburgh has the ball for 38 minutes, I'll take Najee on the field for 50% of the time with just as much opportunity. Like the numbers can play a trick on you for sure. The numbers you can make the numbers say whatever you want, basically. I've seen people put stats up where a bullshit quarterback from when I was a kid, you put him next to like fucking Joe Montana and make him look even. Like numbers are tricky. I'll tell you what. Hey, Rye. Oh, Rye. I got the best scenario ever. Did you hear my Giant fan Christmas New Year nightmare? Do you know what's going to happen? I had a dream. Ready? Sam Darnold. Minnesota. What are they? 11-3, 10-2. Minnesota. God forbid Darnold goes down in the second round of the playoffs. Daniel Jones comes in. Yo, if Daniel Jones plays Saquon Barkley in the NFC Championship, Giants fans will commit Harry Carey. It's over. It's over. Imagine that. Imagine Daniel Jones taking the field, NFC Championship, bringing the Vikings to the Super Bowl, running faster than Lamar on Next Gen. Like he's a goofy klutz, that kid, a lot of the time. But when somebody can keep him right for a while, he has high ceiling. He took the Giants to the playoffs. Oh my God. What a year. We're going to see Saquon Barkley break Eric Dickerson's rushing record from 1984. And now we're going to see Daniel Jones come in for Darnold. Possibly beat, imagine Daniel Jones beats the Lions or something. Oh my God. Is he the number 2 right now or no? Is he the backup? Hey, guys, every week there's always one thing that I love. And it's almost like a Twilight Zone effect. Like, nobody really pays attention to that one. And I don't understand. I'm like, wow, I got to get these guys to listen to this one. Scotty Miller, let's check him out. Is he even on this board? I can't even find him on my board. Damn it. 20-yard reception. Let's see. Come on, Scotty. Damn it. Scotty's not even on the board. That's terrible. Mike Williams for a 20-yard reception is happening. I like Mike Williams for a 30-burger. That's not enough, though. Plus 440. That's not enough. Not enough money. Christopher, who we liking today, Chris? Hey, let's go over some of the basics. I think Washington's going to handle New Orleans. I think they'll handle them. Oh, Chris, right. Hit that like for me, please. This way when I share it, everything's going smooth. Washington, New Orleans. Washington should handle them. I'm completely going to throw away the Bengals and Titans game because I have to root with all my heart against Burrow and Higgins. Paul Riz has them. So I'm nervous. I don't see how the Bengals can have a dud today against the Titans. So I'm very afraid of that. If Burrow and Higgins drop a dud, it's over. I don't think Paul will be able to beat me. But that's a big if, and that's not a realistic. In my mind, they're gonna be on fire. Joe Burrow, they have his over-under for passing at 276. That's high. That's a whole 50 yards higher than Lamar is today. Kansas City, Cleveland. That's a scary game. Laying 4.5 on the road. We don't want to touch that. Right, guys? Miami, Houston. What do you think? Awful, right? Hey, it's so strange how I got such a lucky break. Literally 9 hours after I received those 3 guys in that trade, the other running back on Cincinnati came up with a bad neck, and Brown became something he wasn't 8 hours ago when we did the deal. I was very fortunate in that trade. Chase Brown being thrown in the last hour, the final hour, that saved me. But I don't know if I'd be hurting because I still have Najee and Montgomery. So I have starting running backs, but I have options now. Like, I don't have to play Tracy today in the Tommy DeVito circus because I set my team up as such. I have Montgomery, Brown, Harris, Tracy. If I say, the Tommy DeVito circus is coming to town today, Giants might not move the ball, out. So that's what I was trying to do. That's my strategy. I executed it. So will it work? We'll see. But that's the fun of it. That's the fun of it. Just trying your hardest to like figure out different ways. Some years I do different strategies. Some years I wanna bury my head in the sand. I make stupid moves, but I'm a good loser. Like, one thing you guys always got to remember about me, like when I lose, I just get like, I'm still motivated to like compete harder and try and do better. I've never lost in my life and gotten sour or sore. Never once in my whole life. I believe in myself and I like to compete. That's all. So like whatever we're competing at, we have fun. Dallas, Carolina. Guys, Thielen is still kind of low, guys. Christopher, you starting him again? I didn't even look. I'm just looking now. What do you got? Okay. This is important. Starting Thielen over JSN and Sutton. You know what? I would sit JSN for sure. You know what? My mother is playing against Tyler, and Tyler's the defending champion of my league. He won the 600 last year. My mother is beating Tyler out of the gates, 20-5. My mother had Puka, and he had 2, Cup and Debo, and he's got the same scenario going as you. She's got the same scenario as you. She's got she's got Thielen and a couple other good receivers that were on her team all year. Right? Follow me here. And I told my mother last week. I said, "Mom," I said, the way Thielen came on the first game back, 3 for 60. First of all, that's way over his yards per catch the last couple of years. So I knew he was fresh. The next week he comes back 10 for a buck, whatever. And that wasn't even last week. Last week was another. So I'm really thinking about Sutton because he's a fucking stud, Chris. Sutton is going to produce today also. But I don't know. I don't know if you could go away from Thielen. Like, if you can think of a valid reason to convince yourself to go away from Thielen today, convince me. But if you can't, Chris, I think that's your answer. I think that's your answer, man. Because I don't think you could go away from Thielen. He's on fire. He looks like 1:15 when I used to call him that a couple years ago. Remember, Chris? Oh, man. You know who's like that, Tyler? My father's like that. My father gets all bent out of shape on the games and stuff. Me, I don't as much. I mean, but I'm a hard competitor. I compete. I compete sometimes too much. So I gotta watch myself. But everybody's different, you know? Like, I know people that they can't sit still when they watch a game. They can't sit. Everybody has their quirks. You know, I love that. That's the beauty of diversity. People are different, you know? Adam Thielen killed it last week. He did. Oh, you have Sutton playing too? You know what? Chris, you should listen to this too. I don't think you can go wrong with Sutton. Like, I love Thielen also, but there's a physicality to Sutton that Thielen does not have. There's a physicality where Sutton could go snatch you 5-6 balls deep in coverage. I think they're both going to have over 15 today. But I think Sutton is in for a big game today. Big one. Big one. I'm watching Sal Powell report on the Philadelphia Bowl. He's a Philly guy, right? There you go, Heather. There you go. Hey, Chris. So is that your final answer, Chris? You going with Sutton? I don't think you can go. Yay. I loved Cortland. That was one of the all Nooch teams, like all Madden. I've been all over Cortland Sutton. I was on him for a year when he never did nothing. I saw him with like my own eyeballs, like Nucci the scout. I said, whoa, this guy reminds me a little bit of like a Terrell Owens, like the body type. Like, I don't know. I saw him do a few things that sat up in the chair. I always remembered it. I would take him, then he wouldn't get in. And last year with Russell Wilson, it was all fucked up. Excuse my language. But I always remembered Sutton. So when he started doing this year, not surprised in my Nate Diaz voice. Hey, Chris, what I tell you and Tyler last night? Did you have Buckley? Did you have Buckley, Christopher? I left you guys a voice memo that he looked like a little old man. The muscles down. The face is old. He didn't look like shit. When you're 36, 37, different ball game. 36, 37, getting up there. It's hard. You had Covington? Oh, let me see it. Ferguson, you know what? Ferguson, bad team. The guy I played against last week played Ferguson, but his other option was Neighbors. Two bad teams, but I wouldn't take a tight end on a bad team. A tight end on a bad team is like a double. That's like a double whammy. You know what I'm saying, Heather? Stay away from Ferg, I think. But sometimes I'll say the guy will blow up. But we got to play the percentages. Oh, I'll tell you what, Isaiah Davis he's a good player. You know what? That's like Isaiah Davis is kind of like how I used to look at Sutton. I like him. I know he's good. I know he's going to be really good. But is he going to we might be forcing that we might be a little too hopeful of his workload today. He might not get that full workload like he might in a year or two. You know, so that's why I would hesitate on him a little bit. I think he's going to do well, but sometimes you got to watch with those players that are just emerging because the coaches don't even put that much on their plate. Coaches are calling all these games, you know, it's a whole psychology of it. What do we got, Tyler? Ooh, Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith has been a beast. And he didn't catch one ball. That is the shit that drives me crazy. That shit, Tyler, that would make me pissed. All that, it doesn't bother me. Sometimes I get pissed. That would piss me off. Big time. Jonnu Smith has been one of the best receivers. Not even just tight end. He's been one of the best pass catchers in the league. Nothing. I can't believe Cooper Kupp put up a 0 Thursday night. That people who had Cooper Kupp will never draft him again after that. That's crazy. Hey, remember this, guys. With the Bills playing the Lions today and only being one game ahead of the Vikings, I think we should look at the Vikings plus 600 to win that division. Now, I just want to go over a couple futures real quick, guys. Super Bowl, game, anytime TD. Let's look at anytimes real quick. I can't believe they didn't give me Scotty Miller. I'm so upset. I want a Scotty Miller touchdown or something, I think. Steelers. Why don't they even offer Scotty Miller? They can't offer him? There he is. Scotty Miller, baby. Plus 1,100. So $3 on Scotty Miller pays $33. That one's going in right now. Scotty Miller, that's the hunch of the day. Hunch of the day, guys. Justin Herbert is at 20,000 passing yards already. Jesus. You know what, guys? If Herbert is at that now, they say he's going to be the first quarterback to get to 20,000 this soon. If Herbert's doing it, C.J. Stroud will break that same record. That's what was happening to the receivers when I was growing up. Randy Moss would be the first, then somebody else would be the first because they're coming right after each other. Odell Beckham broke the record for most rookie receptions, and then a couple years later, Jamar Chase broke the rookie record, and then Justin Jefferson broke the rookie record. These guys are topping each other's records because the game just keeps advancing. Oh, right? Ferguson is dropping off. The projectors, they have to see, that's where numbers lie. Remember, the trend on Ferg is going the wrong way. Dallas, dumpster fire. But the numbers from the body of work he's had all season will project a number that's not true to today. You follow me? That's what it is. That's what I think it is. You got to watch. I'm actually a little bit happy. When I'm trying to, create some logic in how I'm going to win today, I'm looking at my opponent's players, and they're all guys that their teams went south, over the course of the year. So I'm hoping that Jacksonville and the Giants, Thomas and Neighbors I'm going against, I'm hoping that those teams have such problems on offense that it affects those players. That's my hope. I wonder who Chris is starting, if he started Sutton or Thielen. Ooh. Rex Ryan, I'll tell you what, those choppers are looking white. A lot of the people get the choppers whitened up. That looks pretty nice. That might be on the table for me in the next year or two. The choppers nice and pearly. I can make fun of myself, you know? Oh man! All right, so little last minute look. I just don't want to miss anything before I take it down. Got my cousin about to go over to the Lazy Gecko. My cousin's backyard is better than a bar. It's better than a fucking club bar. It's awesome. My cousin, he took his favorite spot in Key West and modeled it an exact replica of his favorite spot. So his backyard is the joint in Key West. So that's where I was bartending back there the other night, serving my friends and my family, having a good time. I'll probably go over there and catch the games later. I'm going to do a live stream probably tonight from over there. If you guys are watching that night game or maybe tomorrow night, pop in. I'm definitely going to be rocking during one of the games, tonight or tomorrow. Plus, if fun shit is happening that I want to talk about, I'll pop back on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, first touchdown. I don't think Tennessee is going to score the first touchdown in that Bengals game. But who lets you down more than the Bengals this year? Follow me. I got an idea. Ready? Who lets you down more than the Bengals? Week 1, Patriots, Bengals. Let's bet, boys. Load it up for the season. Let's get them. Yeah. Patriots beat them. The Bengals always have you scratching your heads. So, touchdown scores. Ridley and Westbrook Akine, or whatever his name is, have been surprises to me, especially this back end. What if Westbrook Akine gets in first, plus 1,400? Ridley first, plus 1,100. These are things I'm looking at. Dolphins, Texans, not too interested. What's Pacheco doing today? Let's look at first quarter for the Chiefs. The Chiefs usually come out to a specific plan. Quick hitters. Travis Kelce receptions. I wonder what Hopkins, you know what? They had Hopkins listed at 42 yards and 38 the last couple weeks, and I'm getting scared. I'm benching him. I'm playing him. I don't know what to do. 1,200 for Thielen? I like that, Christopher. Hopkins receiving yards. I'm very curious. You know what, guys? I'm sorry, guys. They got him too low, guys. Nah, they got him too low. He is not a 46-yard guy. He's the number one. He's the number one receiver. I know the Chiefs play a certain style, but his floor is getting higher and higher and higher. Last week, he dropped the 20-yard. He got hit, and they missed on 5 or 6 connections. There was like 10 targets. They connected on 3. That's the lowest number ever. DeAndre Hopkins is a steal at 46.5. A steal. That's one of the best bets of the day. I'm not saying this has nothing to do with my fantasy. I can separate things. I'm not like a little kid like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to do with that. DeAndre Hopkins staying in the high 30s, early 40s when he's absolutely emerging. More targets, more yards. I really like it a lot, guys. I like it a lot. Thielen plus 1,200. Hey, Chris, you gave me the best bet of the week last week. This is the guy, Heather. Chris Richardson, my boy. Chris came in, told me about Thielen. In the last 10 minutes of the show, I saw it. I bet the whole ladder. We smashed him last week. 4 catches, 5, 6, 7. I did the whole ladder, and I hit every bet. I don't know how much it was for. I did like $2 or $3 each one. But that's how I do. I fool around for my enjoyment. You know? Well, that was some... Hey, let's think of a guy that's gonna... I haven't done a ladder. We're gonna pick one ladder, and then I'm gonna wrap it and do my own thing for the next half hour. Let's find a ladder. Jerry Jeudy ladder. He's been on fire. They're down a receiver. Let's see. Hey, can Bono make a wrong move, Chris? Best year I've ever seen. Maybe 10, 15 years at least. Bono has been so strong this year. Even his shitty guys are all-timers for the season. Chuba Hubbard has more volume and usage than a lot of guys' best back on their team. Great job by Bono. Jerry Jeudy, his one pickup. He never makes too many moves. Jerry Jeudy, to the moon, Alice. Like, shout out, respect to Bono, man. He's having one hell of a season. It's going to be, if I could get past Paul, that's why I'm saying my run is like, I'm calling it like the '07 Giants run. If I beat Paul twice, who's so good, that's improbable. And then if I beat Bono 3-3, a sweep, the best team, if I sweep Bono, that's '07 Giants type fantasy run. Then the Super Bowl, I'm playing with house money, and I had so much enjoyment with those improbable playoff wins, but it starts today. I got to beat Paul Riz today. If I could get the win versus Paul, I'll be very happy, and then I'm going into David versus Goliath. That's the big matchup, me and Bono. Paul's a fun one because I played him last week, and we fool around. We have our rivalry, but it's not a huge game. Last week was bigger for me because I just wanted to get in. So now it's like, all right, if I could get past Paul, David and Goliath, 3-0 sweep, I could beat the best team in the league 3 in a row. Oh, I want that. I want that. That's fun. And I just want to give a shout out. I thought of something, Chris. Tell this to the group. Paul Riz, Bono, and me. What do we have in common? What do we have in common on our side of the bracket? I'm so proud right now. So proud. All Italian. Whoa! Oh! We got the all Italian bracket representing. Oh, shout out to Paul Riz, Paisan. Bono, Paisan. We got the whole bracket filled with Italians. That means one Italian is going to the Super Bowl. Oh, the Italians are in the house on the left side of the bracket. Oh my goodness. The all Paisan bracket. Did you even realize that? Tell Tyler. All Paisans. So proud. Jerry Jeudy, alternate receiving yards. Ah, they're giving him a little more respect. See, now Jerry Jeudy is way higher than Hopkins. I don't think that it's going to be a big difference today. I really don't, guys. I can tell it's not going to be. Jerry Jeudy is at 67.5, and DeAndre Hopkins is at 46.5. Guys, we've just identified a soft spot. Hopkins is going over that 46, boys, especially after a frustrating week like last week. 7 missed connections, 10 targets, 3 catches. One where he had it with his big hands. He's got the biggest hands in the league, 5X gloves. He had it. The guy hit him. He catches that. It's 60 yards and maybe a tutty if he goes in there. Hopkins at 46, soft spot identified. Soft spot identified. Now, where's our boy Gray? Gray's at 25.5. Look at Gray. I like Gray for receptions. Gray, 2.5 receptions. He catches 3 every game. Why wouldn't we take Noah Gray for 3 catches? I'm watching some. They say Buffalo. Spit it out, Smith. This fucking guy's stuttering so much, I'm delayed. Alex Smith just had a fucking 14-second hiccup. You're talking about the defense, how the running game, the Bills and Lions. That's it. I ain't watching him no more. He delayed me. Jets, Jags, guys. Jets are going to win. Jets are going to win today. Nobody's that bad. The NFL's close. Jacksonville is one of the only teams with a more poop emojis next to it than the Jets. Everything's fucked up. Ingram, the running backs underachieved this year. ATN is on people's benches. He was drafted second, third round, like in the beginning of the summer. Like, they're more off. Jacksonville's more off than the Jets. Combine that with Rodgers actually playing decent football, I think they'll smoke Jacksonville today. They should kill them. Aaron Rodgers, alternate passing yards. Guys, you get even 225 yards is a minus 144. 250 plus 136. All right. Yeah. You know what? I think we got everything, boys. I like Buffalo in a teaser-friendly leg. If you add 6 or more to the Buffalo 2.5, I love that. And I feel the same way about the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers leg is tremendous. 5.5, throw 6 on that. I like it. You know what, guys? I'm going to call a couple of the friends, Start talking to people. We only got about 45 minutes. I will be back on. Come in, because after today's games and everything, we got a whole body of work to talk about. Shit that pissed me off, whatever. We'll get on. I'll either be on tonight or tomorrow night. But stay in touch. Good luck in your fantasy games, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.